Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM. Sounds pretty basic. So what is the big hype about it, and how is it different from just the traditional education? Hey guys, I'm Rochelle Paxman. I'm a middle school STEM teacher in the Gem State, or the state of Idaho, and I am here today to answer the top 3 most frequently asked questions I get about STEM education. First, what is STEM education? 2, what are the benefits of STEM education? And 3, how can STEM education be integrated into the curriculum? Okay, so let's just dive right into it. First of all, what is STEM education? This is like a very loaded question, so I'm gonna kind of break it up into 2 parts. So the definition of STEM education and then the components of STEM education. So starting off with the definition. Well, as you probably know, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Basically, STEM is the integration of these 4 core subjects in a fluent and very cohesive manner. The big thing is it focuses on hands-on, inquiry-based learning that encourage things like critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and creativity. More on those skills later. Basically, this means that instead of the traditional lecture and then assessments, you pose the students with a question or a problem of some sort. And then you take them through the engineering design process in order to solve that problem. Correction, in order to help them solve that problem. If you don't know what the engineering design process is, I'll get way into that in another video sometime, but for now we're gonna focus on STEM. So when you come up with a problem, you have some form of a project that goes with that problem. And the final product should be a solution to that problem you chose. Throughout whatever project you chose, you just have to make sure that the students are engaging continuously with whatever skill you're trying to get them to master. And so they're hitting that required content knowledge and skills while working with an authentic situation. So for a quick example, my 6th graders have been learning about fractions and dividing fractions. So we worked on a project. They had to take the dimensions from a blueprint that I gave them and scale it down. This ensured that they needed to know how to divide by fractions in order to do the project. Okay, components of STEM education. I'm gonna go really fast through these because I feel like these ones are kind of more self-explanatory, but I still want to touch on each one very quickly. So science. Students engage in an experiment, observation, data analysis, something to help them dive deeper into a specific scientific principle or phenomena. Technology. I think this is one people get confused with a lot because they think, oh, I can just throw an assignment on the computer and it's STEM. Well, not necessarily. The focus is the application of the scientific knowledge they just got from the science to design or create technologies to solve real-world problems. Okay, so let me say that again. Technology in STEM education is the application of the scientific knowledge to design or create technologies that can solve real-world problems. Okay, just had to clarify that really fast. Moving on to engineering. This one is probably the most fun. The main goal of it is to encourage your students to use that scientific and mathematical knowledge in order to design and create and actually build something, to test their solution out and see if it solved the original problem. This could include activities like designing structures, constructing some sort of a prototype, or any form of solving an engineering problem. Once again, going through the engineering design process. Probably my favorite section. And then last but not least, mathematics. This is the one that scares the kids, the ones that they'll try to avoid. It is so important. So this one is so much more than just giving them a worksheet and having them try on it. It is providing them with the foundation for understanding and analyzing quantitative information of some sort in a variety of STEM fields. So this will involve algebra, geometry, calculus, statistics, probability, you name it. It could be any of them. But they use the understanding of those concepts to solve problems and make informed decisions. So it's much more than just learning the mathematical concept. It's understanding it well enough and understanding the problem solving process in order to make decisions based off of the math. Okay, there you have it. So why STEM education over traditional? I could go on for quite a bit talking about the benefits of STEM education. So I'm going to summarize it into 3 different parts. first, and if you've seen any of my videos in my channel, it's the one that I promote and believe in the most. STEM education is the best form of preparation for the future. STEM education equips students with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in an increasingly technology-driven world. It empowers them to think outside the box, take risks, and develop innovative solutions to real-world problems. It prepares them for any future career. Definitely gears it more towards the STEM fields, but honestly, the skills they learn could apply to any path. STEM is not just like the way we teach, it's what we're trying to teach them. I think it's much more than just a type of education rather than a mindset we try to integrate into them. Once a student or a person in general has that mindset, they're ready for pretty much any career. Which leads me into the second point, which is career readiness. Since STEM education focuses on authentic experiences, it exposes students to a wide range of careers from healthcare, engineering, informative technology, renewable energy. It's endless. Point is, it helps them explore their interests, develop the valuable skills, and then make informed decisions about what they want for their future career path. Overall, our goal is to produce the next generation of scientists and engineers and technology specialists. Or even if they don't want to go in those paths, they are learning skills that will benefit them in any career. Which leads me to the third benefit, which is the critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Countless studies have shown that some of the top skills employees look for are critical thinking and collaboration. Critical thinking and collaboration are STEM education. You cannot have a STEM anything without getting them to think outside the box and make up a solution and having them collaborate with other people. Whether that's a group or whether that's their authentic audience, they're collaborating. In any kind of project you do in STEM education, you start it by giving them a complex problem to solve. And then you walk them through how to solve that systematically. So then they have that experience and that knowledge of the steps they need to take in order to solve any form of a problem. And not only that, they learn to ask questions, analyze data, evaluate evidence, and then generate a creative solution based on everything they gathered. So although there are probably tons of other benefits, those are probably my top three. Preparation for the future, which kind of goes in hand with career readiness, and then gaining those problem solving and critical thinking skills. Okay, question number 3. How can we integrate STEM education into the curriculum? Well, the easiest way is probably just start with PBL. PBL stands for Project-Based Learning. Design a project that challenges the students to solve a real-world problem. The more authentic, the better. Try and create a project that integrates multiple disciplines. This will encourage them to kind of start to see the connection between them. Along with that, collaborating with colleagues. Maybe it's a little too much to integrate all the subjects into your project, so collaborate with another teacher who can maybe do the project with you. So a perfect example is science fair project. You have the students engage in an experiment. Me as a science teacher, I'm gonna teach them all the science stuff. I'm gonna walk them through the scientific method, and boom, she's gonna take care of the English part. Another way is just utilizing hands-on activities as much as possible. Incorporate hands-on activities, experiments, investigations, something to engage the students in a more active learning experience. Provide students with opportunities to meet people in STEM careers, to actually solve a problem that your community is really having. Watch a video about an experiment and try it for themselves. Anything that involves them actively doing it. Last and probably the most important is integrating 21st century skills. Critical thinking, collaboration, and creativity. I think just so much of the general education nowadays is learn this skill, do the problem, repeat. And the creativity is just gone from that. So integrating it in a way where they can take that math skill, for example, and make something out of it. And then if you want to play around a little bit more, incorporate more of the technology skills that are becoming huge nowadays. Developing that digital literacy, getting coding skills, and then just becoming proficient with those technology tools that are such a big part of our days. I do believe that technology is very important in the education aspect. Whether we teach them or not, they're going to use these technologies and they're going to figure out what they can do with them. So why not teach them how to use it appropriately? Why not teach them how they can take these amazing, phenomenal inventions and create something out of it? That's what I love about STEM education. It is taking all the technology and inventions that the world has come up with so far and giving them those resources and asking them, how can we make it better? What can we do with these to have a better future? Because I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million times more, the future of the world is in your classroom. And we have the chance to show them how to make a difference. I could go on for so much longer about this and probably didn't explain it all as well as I wanted to. So if you have any specific questions about STEM or about teaching, comment below, leave them down there. I'll try to get to them. The future of the world is in your classroom. And I know that implementing STEM education into that classroom will benefit these students a million times. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.